We see everywhere that ego is the enemy. Ego is so bad for you. Kill your ego before it kills you. I used to believe in all of that. I used to try to fight and step on my ego because of the past experiences and all that I went through, the mistake and lesson that at some time I let the ego control me. But the more self-growth and self-work that I've learned, I don't think ego is that bad. Matter of fact, ego can be your friend. It can help push you to get to the next level of your life, to become the best version of yourself. If you know how to develop a healthy relationship with ego, we need ego. What is ego? What is its job? Why does it have such a bad name? How can the ego be healthy? And how to build a healthy ego that will support you on your journey? Hi, it's your soul sister Delilah. I am here to share my lesson and mistake so you don't have to make the same mistake that I did. You're welcome. Here are the chapters. Let's dive right in. First, let's talk about what is ego and why does it have such a bad name to it. The ego is a part of ourselves that protects us. I would like to highlight the word protect because it can be good or bad. For example, a kid is being so protected by his or her parents will grow up in a safe environment. They will not be harmed by the outer environment. On the other hand, they could be so sheltered that they don't have enough emotional intelligence to deal with life, socially awkward, not know how to communicate with others because they are so sheltered and protected. They can lose their ability to make decisions in life, easier to get sick, especially if the parents are so strict, do not touch this, do not touch that. I am a strong believer that kids supposed to explore. It's okay for them to get sick here and there because they need to build a strong immune system. Now, what is the ego really protecting you from? For example, if somebody leave a comment on your post, say something mean to you, or just not resonate with your belief, the ego will instantly tell you to fight back. It will protect you in a way that it wants to make the other person pay for what they did to you. It wants to see the other person suffer for whatever they say to you that hurt you. It wants to put them down, show them what's up. For what? So it can make you feel better or it feels better. Now, the ego is just doing its job. Should you listen? No. However, please keep this part in mind. I will circle back later. Let's take a second example. You want to ask someone on a date and your ego is telling you, no, fool, stop. You're making fool of yourself. No one's going to go on a date with you. You want to apply for a job opportunity. The ego is going to tell you, no, don't do that. Just stay where you at. There's no need to explore. They will not hire you. Or you want to raise your hand and speak up in the class. Stop it. You look so stupid. So that is also the ego, where it's protecting you from getting out of your comfort zone, getting hurt, from exposing yourself. So should you listen to this ego? Obviously no, but still keep this in mind. Another type of ego is the ego that whisper in your ear that you are the very best. No one can beat you, that you are the top and everyone need to look up to you. Be very careful with this ego. This will get you very hurt in the long run if you keep thinking that you are up there. The other side of the ego is insecurity. It's telling you that you will never make it in life, and it's full of self-doubt, and it's talking down on you. It will keep you behind on every move and every challenges and every chance in life. Sadly, the more ego that you have, the unhealthy ego, the less empathic that you can be. Because it's just harder to put yourself in others' shoes because the ego only knows itself, and it will make you fall into comparison a lot. You cannot help it but constantly comparing yourself and others, their success, their happiness, their life. It really drags you down and make you sad. That is why it has such a bad name to it. And it doesn't want to deal with negative emotion. Let's talk about how can the ego be healthy. if this is all that you hear. The first thing is the ego's job is to protect us. As I talked about earlier, it can overprotect us. But if you listen to just the right amount and level, it can help you from hiding from your own identity. It can help you bring out your truth, your authenticity without trying to please others. You will speak truth because the ego will tell you, no, speak your truth. Don't be a doormat. Don't hide from being yourself instead of keeping the peace. Because if you stay quiet, you are starting a war within you. It will drag you out from people pleasing, being a pushover, and having no boundary. And you have less guilt about doing this. A healthy ego will embrace your confidence and make you realize your sense of self-worth, keep you balanced. It can embrace your self-love. When your ego dial is turned down, it's extremely difficult to love yourself and put yourself first. For example, one of my clients got out from a marriage. The guy got cold feet and called off the wedding. He ended up cheated on her. Because of her lack of self-love, she would constantly begging for him back, threatened to take her life just so that she can save face because she didn't want to look embarrassed in front of people, especially the wedding is supposed to happen in a couple months. Now, this is a tricky part. She's still acting on her ego, but bad ego is not the healthy ego. She's scared to be laughed at. But this is the moment that you need to ask your true self, would a person who loves themselves do this? Would you rather lose yourself or you just let the person go? You know, it's ridiculous that we try to go through life and pleasing everyone and try to look good for society and standard. You will never be happy because there will always be more. When your ego dial is low, it's hard to receive compliments or gifts or even the good things coming your way. It's almost like you feel guilty for living a better life than some other people, for having more than others. You don't think that you are deserving. Therefore, you continue to push away blessing. Let's say when someone gives you something you cannot receive and instantly you feel the need that, what can I do to give back to them? Oh my gosh, I feel like I owe them something. This was me for the longest freaking time of my life. I was such a giver, but I don't know how to receive. Now I could say that I am a fully giver and receiver at the same time. Before you tell me that, well, this is hard for me to do, I want you to think about it this way. I want you to imagine when you're giving a gift to someone and you genuinely want to give because that's how you are, and they think that in their head, oh my God, I feel so stressed out that she's giving me something. Do you want that for them? Then no, you don't want that for yourself either. They don't want that for you. So be fair for yourself. And ding, ding, this is my message for my empaths right here. If any empaths listening, I have a feeling we have a lot of empaths in the house. Just because I am an empath myself and we tend to attract each other. We are really easy to absorb people's pain, fear, insecurity, issue, anger, and we always want to help. That is our blessing and also a curse. On the other way around, we have our own problem that we haven't even solved yet, but we run over there to help them anyways. You know what this will do? It's considered repressing the ego. When you do this so much, you will feel the emotion, the stress so much that your body cannot distinguish between if this is your stress or the other person's stress. You start manifesting anxiety and sickness and the same problem in your life. I'm not trying to scare you. Energy is real. It's all contagious. So protect yourself first. This is when you need to call your healthy ego out to protect you. Make sure you always fill your own cup before you think about filling others' cup, because you'll be empty at the end of the day. You have nothing left. So how can you continue pouring? It is dishonest to say yes just because you want to be a nice person and want to be there for them. Do you want them to say yes to you when they don't even want to be there, not even one bit, and they will resent you? No, right? So why do we keep doing this to ourselves? Stop that. I want you to learn to give and receive in the feeling of fulfillment. Don't give out any free service because it will affect your financial earning. Now, I'm not talking about free sample, like I sell food, so sometimes I would give people free sample hot sauce, or if you sell courses online, you give out free stuff. But I'm talking about giving fully free service. I know it might sound like, but that's selfish. Trust me, I given plenty of free service in my life. There were times that I would take over and take the loss on me so that everybody else can be happy. But when I keep doing that, I keep attracting the same thing, the same situation, less than so many years that I have to go through because I don't know how to speak up. I don't know how to set my own price. For example, I used to do lashes and I've never make people pay for a new set. I always do touch up for them. And this client, I have a really good relationship with her. A few times she came with no lashes and she still paid me the same amount of a touch up and I couldn't say anything. I just accepted. It's supposed to be like that. But you need to speak up. You can't blame others. They don't think. They're like, oh, it's always the same money. So yeah, because if you don't speak up, you will continue to affect your future because you keep manifesting the same thing. It's hard to feel that you deserve success and all the good things in life when you keep rejecting your own value. When your ego is dialed on super low, you shy away from leadership, from speaking truth. These are the examples that I think you should always listen to your ego. Leave a marriage, a bad relationship, if you don't feel like it's the right one for you. Don't stay for the unhealthy ego just to save face. Let's say you are buying everything to look good in front of people, but you are financially unstable. Downsize your place, downsize your car. Don't let the unhealthy ego run you, like coming out of the closet. Use the healthy ego to stand up for you. Hey, I'm gay. Hey, I'm bi. Hey, I'm lesbian. So what? Let's talk about how to build a good relationship with ego. The first thing I want you to do is be aware. Pay attention when you are listening to your ego. Is it pushing you to do things that is not serving your best purpose? Notice if the ego is getting too big, too overwhelmed, too out of control. Leave no room for comparison, guys. The only time you should compare is to feel inspired, and I will make a video about that later. Don't compare and build up the resentment feeling, because what goes around comes around. Whatever you send out will come back to you. If you can't turn it to inspiration or to grow and be better, then avoid comparing at all cost. Talk to your ego. Remind your ego. Let's say whenever I feel upset and I can feel my ego is like, fight back. I was like, okay, thank you for protecting me, but you have to believe me. I got this. I can handle myself. I'm a big girl. Thank you. I love you. Sometimes you have to remind your ego. Remember, I'm strong. I got this. We don't need to compare. We walk different route. That person can have their own success. They are not taking away from mine. I got it. You got to believe in me. So turn your ego to a friend. Now, when you are already starting to develop a good, healthy relationship with your ego, remember to thank it. Just like anything you thank in life, and the more gratitude you have, the better good things will come to you. Thankful for your healthy ego to be there for you, to protect you, and to help you to become a better person. Give you the motivation at the right place at the right time. Don't be afraid of negative emotion. Only unhealthy ego is afraid of negative emotion. Embrace being exposed, embrace challenge, embrace uncomfort. Speak up, take the chance. Keep your ego small, but don't keep yourself small. And this is very important, you guys, especially if you are a creator like me. Don't stroke your ego. Okay, that means if you read a good comment, very sincere and thankful from somebody, be happy, be thankful, but don't let that stroke your ego to the point that, oh yeah, I'm the shit. You know, take the compliment into consideration and appreciation. Use it to help boost you, but not get your head so big. Get out of your head, please. On the other way, don't take a criticism too hard. People always project themselves and have different perspective. Everyone have the right to have opinions, even negative opinions. As long as they're not insulting you and attacking you, don't take it too hard. And even if they do, process, feel it, and then let it go. Next thing is go out to Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is so powerful, and really there's nothing there for you to compare. Like, what are you going to compare yourself to? A tree? To the animal, to the rabbit? So it will really keep you grounded and peaceful because you're in the present moment. You're not thinking about the past or the future. Yes, thoughts do come across, but you are here right now. What happened yesterday? What happened tomorrow? It's all illusion. We are only here right now. And if we can always stay here in the moment, we will never be sad. We will never let the ego take the best of us. And when you're not thinking about anything, you're just in one with nature. It keeps you humble. And it really connects you to your true self. The next thing I want to talk about is limit down ego stimulation. So stuff like social media, comparison, less gossip. Okay, if a friend call you and want to go on about somebody's life, everybody at some point gossip. I did too. But now I just trying to brush off the subject real quick because I don't want to get involved where I have to start thinking about other people's problem and comparing myself like, oh, I'm better than that. Oh, I'm worse than that. I don't care. That's people's life. Let them be. Focus on you. Use your ego for the right thing. What does that mean? Always check in with your intention. Why are you feeling this way? What is your intention? Is it leading you to any good? Is it come from a place of love? Last but not least, authenticity. Is it really you? Are you speaking from a part of the truth and being so real, 100% you? Or it's a defense mechanism? There you go. How to get your ego to work for you and become your friend instead of the enemy. Everyone has an ego. It's a part of you, so don't deny it. If you love yourself, you must love your ego too. Imagine it's like a child. You love your child, but you don't spoil it to the point that it's take control over you. Check your ego, just like how you would check your child. I hope this video goes to those in need of building a healthy ego. If you like this video, I bet you would like this one next. Sending you so much love, clarity to put your ego in the right place to help your growth. See you in the next video. Bye bye.